Hello, welcome back. I'm Dr. Ravinder. You are watching a series of lectures on microprocessors and microcontrollers. We have been seeing in the previous classes the introduction to the 8086 microprocessor. Then we saw the internal architecture, the programming model of the 8086, the interfacing of the memory, the segmentation and need for the segmentation. In this video session, we will be discussing about the addressing modes of the 8086 microprocessor. When we talk about the addressing mode, it is required to know what exactly we mean by the addressing mode, what is the need to have the addressing modes in a microprocessor or a microcontroller. And then specific to 8086, what are the different types of the addressing modes. So let us first discuss what do we mean by the addressing mode and why it is necessary to have the addressing modes. Well, the addressing modes are the mechanisms or the techniques through which we are able to know where in a system the data items belongs to. When we say where, that means there are a number of devices, there are a number of resources that are available in system. These may be in the form of IO, these may be in the form of memory, or these may be in the form of the internal registers, or maybe part of the instruction itself. So since there are so many different places where the data item can reside, we need to evolve a mechanism through which we can exactly find out the place of the data item, and if it is in memory, we can be able to calculate the physical address of the data items. Now, in doing so, it is required to let the processor know some basic information which will help the processor in calculating the physical address. And those basic informations are: one, to know the displacements, that is in the case of the 8086 microprocessor, and whether the information about the address is given in the registers, or it is directly known, or it is through some other registers called as a base registers or the index registers. So we need to have a clear-cut information about the different registers, or an immediate value, or a reference to the registers. More complex the information is, more the time the BIO will take in calculating the address of the data items. So after having known the need for, or why do we need, or what is an addressing mode, so we defined it as it is a way, it is a technique, it is a mechanism, it is a method of calculating the physical address of the data items. Then let's know what are the different types of the addressing modes. Though when we refer to some other books like the Gibson 8086 microprocessor interfacing and programming, we have some more addressing modes like the segmentation addressing mode, where it is referred to the segments, the direct and the indirect segment addressings. Here we discuss the more commonly used and the more generally acceptable addressing modes, which are very common and frequently used. These addressing modes are the immediate addressing mode, register addressing mode, direct memory addressing mode, register indirect addressing mode, the based addressing mode, the indexed addressing mode, and a combination based and indexed addressing mode, string, and the IO port addressing mode. Let us discuss each of these addressing modes in detail one by one. So starting with the very simple ones, the first three are very simple one. The three are the immediate addressing mode, the register addressing mode, and the direct addressing mode. The immediate addressing mode. The meaning of immediate is the instruction. Let's in this case the complete box is an instruction. So this instruction is divided into two parts. One part is the operation code, and in the same instruction, it has the data item as well. So we say that the data is part of the instruction. So hence an immediate addressing mode is one in which the data item is given as part of the instruction. Opcode and data together constitute one instruction. The second one is the register addressing mode. As the name says, register addressing. The data item resides in the register. When you open the data, the register, you find the data item in the register. For example, if you write move A, comma B, then the register B contains the data, which is to be transferred into the register A. So the referred register, source register, it contains the data. When you open up the source register, it will find the data there. The third type of addressing is the direct memory addressing mode. The meaning of the direct addressing is very clear here. Direct addressing, that means the instruction knows about the memory location. The reference to the memory location is part of the instruction. So when we see an instruction, the instruction format is, it has an operation code, it has 1 byte of the mode selection, mode and register or memory. Then you have a displacement, which can be an 8-bit or 16-bit. So accordingly, an instruction can be 1, 2, 4, and a maximum of 6 bytes. So 8086 instructions are from 1 to 6 bytes long. So here, if the displacement is 2 byte, the operation code is 1 byte, and the mode and mode selection is 1 byte. So this itself becomes a 4 byte. Now, with this being the format, then whatever is the displacement here, the displacement represents the effective address. And using this displacement, which is nothing but the effective address, we can calculate the physical address by manipulating the segment value and this displacement. So in direct addressing, the address that is the effective address or a displacement is part of the instruction. It refers to the address. Then let us see some more complex type of addressing mode. And these complex addressing modes, they involve some of the index registers, the base registers, and the displacement values. Either the segment value alone or the base value alone, or a combination of base value and the segment, the index value or the base value together along with the displacement and the segment value are used to calculate the physical address. So the calculation here becomes very complex. In case the effective address is part of the single addressing, where the single addressed register is the base register or the index register, or it is a double index constituting both the base address as well as the source or the destination index register, and then along with it the displacement, added together forms the effective address. So this effective address is then manipulated along with this segment values to know the physical address of the data item. Now when you say the instruction format for 8086 is operation code, the 2 bits D and W, which decides the direction. If D is 0, the register is supposed to be the source register. If D is equal to 1, this REG field will become as a destination. So we can change the source and the destination directions. The W is a word or a byte. So if this is 0, this means it will be a byte operands, otherwise it will be word operand. RM field indicates the register or the memory. So that means if we write to move from the memory or M to R, so this R we can treat as a source or destination. If we treat this source, the direction will be register to memory. Otherwise, it is from memory to register. The mode bit, so this mode is a 2-bit. With 2-bit, we can have 4 combinations: 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, and 1, 1. 0, 0 means it is a memory mode. There is no displacement. So whatever is the value assigned, that is known as the effective value or the effective address. There is no need for adding any displacement to it. When the mode value is 0, 1, so it is a memory mode with 8-bit displacement. When it is 1, 0, it is memory mode with 16-bit displacement. And when it is 1, 1, it is a register mode and no displacement. So these are discussed here in this table. When the field is 0, 0, it is memory mode only and no displacement. You can see in the column, in this particular column, you find that there is no displacement. The address is given only in the registers or a direct address. Then when the mode is 0, 1, it is 8-bit displacement. You can see along with the base and the indexed, or only the base value or the indexed value, the data item 10, which is nothing but the displacement, is added to know the effective address. When it is 1, 0, it is a 16-bit displacement, and it can be clearly seen that in case of based, indexed plus 16-bit will form the effective address. So in these cases, or even if it is a single register, SIDI or BPDX, 16-bit is added to it to form the effective address. In case mode is 1, 1, there is a register mode. So mode is 1, 1. So this particular field and the last field will be treated as the register to register only. And when we say register to register, there is nothing like addressing. It is only the content of one register to another register. Whether this register, which is indicated by REG, will be source or destination is decided by the bit D. If this D bit is 0, then this is the source and this will be destination. That is, for example, if I write here as A and I write here as a BX, the value for AX is 0, 0. And if I write here as dx, the value for dx is 0, 1, 0. So your source will be register AX and destination will be. If the value of D is 1, then this REG field is destination. If I write here as a AX and here BX, D will be source and A will be destination. So this way, this table helps us in calculating the physical address, or actually the effective address of the instructions or the data items. Then let's discuss all these one by one. If it is the based addressing, again looking back here in this table, you can see here it is based addressing. It is the based addressing along with 8-bit displacement. It is based addressing with 16-bit displacement. So it can be purely a based or indexed or both, or it can be based, indexed or both plus 8-bit displacement, or it can be based, indexed or both plus 16-bit displacement. Now, as far as the based is concerned, so you can have 8 or 16-bit displacement added with the base value. So this forms the effective address, wherein you can manipulate with the segment value to calculate the physical address. As an example, we have shown here how the based in addressing can be used for accessing the structure. For example, this is one structure and this is another structure. So if my base pointer is suppose pointing to the employee of this upper structure, then by changing the displacement, starting from here, if I'm displacing +1 I'll be indicating department and division, +2 I'll be indicating vacancy or the sickness, +3 I'm able to know the rate, and so on. Similarly, if I change the base value, so I'll be pointing somewhere else in the structure or in the memory. So this is where the based addressing mode is useful in pointing to the memory. Then let's know about the indexed addressing. Indexed addressing are used for pointing into the array areas. And the array is nothing but is sequential memory. And to point into it, then the index pointer can point to some place, and from there, if you just add on displacement, you will be able to point to the different areas of the array. So put together, you will be able to know the effective address. So the indexed value, indexed address plus the displacement will be able to know the physical address of the array. Then we can have a combination of this, based and indexed. In this case, the base register plus the index register plus the displacement 8 or 16 bit added together to know the effective address. Such type of addressing scheme are used for the stack memory accessing. Here it is clearly seen. You have the base register that is pointing to some base value. Then it is the displacement over here. When we add the value of the index to it, you will be able to find the physical or the effective address. Then we have the string type of instructions. This is a very useful feature in the 808.6 microprocessors, where the string type of instructions, they can directly make use of the SI and DI in their addressing, in their instructions. To mean the effective address or the offset address is contained in the SI and the DI. The SI contains the source effective address or the offset address, and DI contains the destination effective address. So that means if we are to move a string from one place to another place, the SI, when pointing to that string, will point to the first or the beginning character of that particular string. Similarly, when DI points somewhere, this will point to the first character where the destination is. So I can just read the value from the pointer SI and then place it or paste it or copy it at a place which is pointed by the DI. Increment SI to point to the next character, increment DI to point to the next destination, and put it into the loop. And lastly, we have the IO port addressing. Again, this can be through the direct addressing or it can be through the indirect addressing. When talking about the direct addressing, the IO port address will be part of the instruction, so that the data item which is available in the register accumulator can be transferred or read from that particular address. If it is a case of indirect addressing, the port address will be first saved into the register DX. Now DX contains the address of the port. So a reference to DX in the instruction in and out will lead reading into the accumulator or writing the value of the accumulator at that particular desired port. So what we have seen in this video, we started with the definition of the addressing mode, which we said is nothing but a way, a method, a technique of accessing the data items. Then we described the different types of the addressing modes. We said it is the immediate addressing mode, the register direct addressing mode, register indirect addressing mode, memory direct addressing mode, or it can be through the indirect way of the values of the base registers or the index registers or both, added with or without the displacement. And then we have another called as a string addressing and the IO port addressing. So this means that with so much of stuff available, we will be able to know where exactly the data item lies in somewhere, in some place. And that some place can be anything, like it can be a place called as a memory, it can be the IOs,